She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. There must be something about her features. You'll find her beauty goes much deeper once you get to meet her.
Okay, the time has come. Welcome back to our channel. I'm Nastacia.
I'm Sebastian.
Yeah, if you're new here, or you can just say Stas. So y'all know by now this is part 6 to the Boob series. Now, little do y'all know, it's actually been 3 weeks. So I am feeling much better than I was before, and I'm ready to show you guys the girls, because y'all are like, when are we gonna see the boobs? When are we gonna see the boobs? Post a picture of the boobs. Well, the moment has come. You're gonna get to see them.
The girls.
The girls. But they're not where they're gonna be in about a few months. They're still healing. So don't judge them. They still kind of look like some fake titties, but they're cute.
Drum roll.
Okay, y'all ready for this? Woo! Okay.
Hey.
Here they are. Okay, so wait, let me fix my shit. Okay. So here are my boobs. They're really cute. The thing is, they're a little bit still rounded at the top. They have to do this thing called like drop and fluff, which is where basically the implant goes down into like the nipple, I guess, and they become more like squishy. So they asked me a lot of questions, so I figured I could like answer them, and you can help me answer them. And then also, I guess we should just go through like the process of what it was really like, because there were videos, y'all saw them. If you haven't seen them yet, go watch them. But it was a process, like it was a lot. Sebastian had to be my nurse.
I was a nurse, yeah.
Yeah, well, let me start from the beginning.
You were a good patient, though.
Thank you. I mean, I have wanted boobs since I can remember. I've always been insecure about it since I was young. Other girls started like developing boobs, and I never did. I just never did. Like, I've always been a curvy girl, like, but I never got breasts. And so my decision, because some of you guys asked like, why was your decision? This was not an overnight thing. This is nothing to do with you, nothing to do with like anything anybody said. It's just something that I knew that I've always wanted. So a lot of time and research went into this decision, and finding the right doctor is the reason for the timing. So I basically never developed breasts, and I'm like, I'm gonna be turning 24, these things are not growing, we're in quarantine, this is a time that I can properly heal and just take the time to like feel okay. I knew I had Sebastian with me, and I knew that you would like help me through it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I was single, like, to be honest, I don't know if I was single if I would have done it, because you really do need someone. I guess I have my like parents,
You have your
but
family.
I have my family.
You would
but
have had a friend help you.
yeah, but it's just like that. It's a lot. Like, you had to brush my hair out of the shower. He had to, every single time I was getting into the bed to lay down, he had to like put me in the bed and then like push me back up, because I couldn't like get up because they were up to here.
I had to massage them.
Your favorite part. Your favorite freaking part. Yeah, he's had to like massage them because because they have to like go down. They're still,
so you kind of have to like go like this.
Push them and do different
push them
things.
Down and
yeah.
Kind of like.
Yeah, you love that. But then what else? You had to like, even just to wash my hands, because it feels like so sore. I guess one of the questions I got was, how was the pain? And to be honest, so you go in for surgery and you wake up, and it's really scary going in because you just don't know how the anesthesia is going to affect you, and people have had complications, so it is a really big risk. Like days and weeks prior, when I figured out who I wanted as my doctor, and I had gone to multiple different doctors beforehand and like did my research on what I wanted, he gave me a packet and it had like everything in it, and they had all the risks, and so I was going through all the risks, and it got me really, really nervous like the night before. But then, you know, I was just praying to God. I was like, it's gonna be fine. When you wake up, you feel like you've been sleeping forever. I felt like I had been sleeping for days on end. I was so out of it when you picked me up in the car.
Yeah.
And then you immediately don't have pain because of all of the drugs and the anesthesia and everything that they've given you. But then shortly that night, like once that night hits, you feel like an elephant is like on your chest, and that is a pressure and pain I've never felt before, because some women experience like their boobs hurting with like their periods or whatever, like pregnancy, whatever, but I've never had anything. Like mine were so teeny tiny that I've never felt my boobs. I could run and my boobs wouldn't even really like shake because they were so tiny. But it was a lot of pain, but not pain that was not worth it. Like, this is the best decision I have ever made. Like, ever. It is the best. I feel so good about myself. I feel like I'm just a lot more balanced. And you were saying this to me. You were like, it looks like it was supposed to be like.
Yeah, it looks like you would have had that size or like had those boobs all your life. Like, it looks natural, it looks normal.
Yeah.
It looks proportional to her body.
Yeah, because y'all can see, I'll stand up for you. So you can see that like I go a little bit more in, and so I don't know if y'all can really see. I'm trying to like get up here. Y'all can see that like I have a butt, so without like boobs, oh, someone's knocking. Without boobs,
take it away.
I'll take it away. Without boobs, it just looked like disproportionate to my frame. So it's like every time I would look at myself in the mirror, I feel like I would look huge.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome back to the party.
So as you were saying.
So as I was saying that, like without my boobs, I feel like when I would look at myself in the mirror, I would just like look huge. Like I feel like my arms looked really big. I have like broader shoulders from swimming my whole life, and without boobs I just feel like I always focused on like my stomach area and my thighs and my hips, and I would just look at myself and be like, I'm so fat. And I would like constantly be like trying to lose weight, and then I did lose weight and I still felt like it wasn't enough weight, and I would just like really like be so negative. And I think there's a difference between like body positivity and body acceptance. So I feel like with plastic surgery, a lot of people criticize it because they're like, you need to like love and accept yourself, like you need to love your body, like how you were made. And I completely 100% respect that, and I agree that you should love yourself. But it was a thing for me that's like, I feel confident, but I know that I will feel even more confident if I can fix this thing that's really bothering me. Like, it's like I love myself, but I just can't, no matter what I would do, accept having small boobs, because the thing is, my boobs weren't just small, they were extremely uneven. Like, extremely uneven. Like, you can attest to it. One of them was way smaller than the other one, and I feel like my whole life I would figure out like tricks so that people wouldn't know. Like, I would cut bras up when I was younger and like have one cup that was bigger to fit the bigger boob and then one cup that was smaller, or I would like stuff in the smaller boob in certain outfits. But it just made shopping and what outfits I can wear for red carpets, what dresses I could buy, different tops for going out, like different poses on Instagram. It just made things so much more difficult that I just, every time I take a photo, go shopping, I felt so insecure and so vulnerable because I just felt like a part of me was
like
missing.
You were like always so indecisive with like picking out clothing, or like you would always say like I have nothing to wear when you did have things to wear.
Yeah.
You just maybe didn't like the way you looked in the stuff that you had to wear.
Yeah, and I didn't like the clothes I had to wear because like there's just certain outfits that I personally would gravitate towards that I liked more that you needed boobs for. And that's not to say that girls with small boobs, y'all aren't poppin' and you aren't beautiful and hot and sexy, like rock your small boobs. It's just for me personally, it was just something that I always wanted to do. And I just feel like there was a point that I'm like, I just am unhappy and like I can't accept the way that I am. Like, I have to do something about this.
So would you say there's like more clothing options now?
Oh my god, are you kidding? Like this? Like, I could never before. Like, I could and I did, but it just wasn't like the same effect.
Right.
You know, like I just didn't feel like, I feel more Nastacia. Like, I feel more like Nastacia with my boobs. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, okay, there was also...
More feisty.
Yeah, I still can't really do that because I really don't jiggle that much because they're still kind of hard. They're like low-key like water balloons. Like, they still have to get like squishier.
No, I know.
But so when I try to shake them, they really don't like move. But I also feel like sometimes I would feel... Because I'm a very girly girl, if y'all couldn't already tell, but I would sometimes feel like masculine or something. Because not that gender and like masculinity versus femininity means you have to have boobs, it doesn't, but it would just something about having uneven breasts and like looking at myself, I would always feel like just a part of my like femininity was missing.
Yeah.
And it was really, really hard for me to get over that. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's also just like the person, like who you are, the person you want to be and like become, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Like you just felt like it was something that you know, like not that you needed, but it's just there's a difference between people like, oh, if you're just like, not to call people like an average Joe or like an everyday Sally, but like, you know, in the in your career path and like the stuff that we do and like
being in Hollywood, making
like
videos, taking pictures.
There's just certain things like, unfortunately, that's just the way like it is. It is a very visual medium. It is a very, it's appearance based, you know, sadly, like that's just the society in which we live.
The camera randomly shut off, but you were saying
yeah, like if it's something that made you feel more confident about yourself, and if you think that it's something that helps you with like your clothing options and like all that stuff, like why not? You know what I mean? And it's like if you were, say, a cop, or if you were a firefighter, or if you were any other type of thing, maybe it wouldn't have been like as important.
Yeah.
Or maybe it wouldn't have been such a big deal, but also because of like what you do and like what you wanna.
And always just seeing myself.
It's just, like, you're right.
I feel like it really amplifies your insecurities when you're on a red carpet. And I'm not saying that anyone should succumb to like Hollywood or the pressures or feel like they have to fit in a mold, but this is something even since I was younger that I always wanted to do, but especially being in that industry and like whenever we were on carpets and I would take photos, I feel like I wouldn't like my pictures because there was just something about it that was like missing for me. And I feel like it was my boobs, because now I'm just like so excited to like take pictures and just like I feel just more myself, you know? It doesn't like define me, but it just helps be more me, if that makes sense. But I will say, you guys do have questions, so I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna do a little...
What's that?
Oh, fuck.
It was literally like...
It was a fly.
I think I hit it though. I was like, okay.
Okay, we're gonna answer your Q&A questions now. Okay, someone said, do they hurt? Okay, like, they don't really hurt anymore. My nipples are extremely motherfucking sensitive. Like, extremely sensitive. I feel like... Okay, so this is the other thing about my surgery specifically, and the reason I chose this doctor. Because my boobs were uneven, and one of them had a teardrop shape, and one of them did not. One of them was shaped more like this, and one of them was shaped more like this.
Yeah, like one of them was like kind of perky, just like...
Kind of perky, more like up, with the nipple facing up, and one was more like bigger with a teardrop shape, like a rainbow underneath.
Like,
so the nipple hang a little lower.
Yeah.
So my doctor, actually cut this nipple. It sounds so nasty and scary, and it's honestly insane.
I don't know why I think of pizza.
Don't say that. My nipples are not pepperonis. They're literally cute and small.
They are, but I don't know why.
Pepperoni nipples are like big. My nipples are so fucking cute.
No, I just think
everyone tells me I have small, cute nipples.
You do. I just think nipples in general remind me of pizza.
Like, if this man is telling me I have pepperoni nipples, like, we're gonna have to off him.
That is not what I'm. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, I don't know why. Since I was little, I just feel like nipples and like pepperoni, like it just always goes. Even though, you know, never.
And they're not even that color.
They're
like
not,
mine are.
They're
cute.
not. I know.
Anyways, so.
I'm sorry. Let's move on.
Okay, so this nipple, they actually had to cut it around and moved it 2 centimeters up to match this one perfectly. So this one has stitching like all the way around it, and I feel like this one is very sensitive because of that. Mm-hmm. So it's not that they really like hurt anymore. Like at first I couldn't even like go like this or anything. Or like I said, like grab the faucet to turn on the sink. Because
you were like sore and like it was like some new things right here. Like, can you imagine just having some big heavy ass things like right here?
I love it. But yeah, so this nipple kind of does hurt. Like not horribly, but just like I feel it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. How long is the recovery time? So that's a good question because it's gonna last anywhere from like 1 to 6 months basically. Like I'm gonna be able to swim again in 4 weeks. So in 1 more week I'll be able to go in the water. In 1 month after 1 month since my surgery date, I'll be able to work out. I can't really do any upper extremity exercises or anything to like I can't do anything too crazy. I have to just like walk and be careful. So I don't know. And sleeping, oh my gosh, guys, that was one of the worst parts. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Sleeping.
Stas had to sleep like literally
upright like this. And it was hell.
For a whole week.
It was hell on earth.
Yeah.
And I had to wear this bra, this lovely looking grandma looking ass, looking ugly ass, knockoff Skims looking ass bra that like it's amazing bra. Like
this bra was your best friend.
It's been my best friend. I'm still supposed to have it on right now. Kinda. I don't know. I
guess because it's like supportive.
It's supported,
very, like,
exactly.
Holding them.
And I had to have this on and sleep upright, and I can't sleep on my side, and I'm the type that I always sleep on my side, so that has been killing me. That part of recovery has sucked. When do you get to see them? You're seeing them right now, honey. Look at my Instagram. We're gonna be posting some pics. We're gonna be cute, you know. What size did you go up to? I'm so excited for you. Okay, so what size? That is something is based off of weight and height. So like I said, mine were 2 different sizes and it's in cc's. So the middle tiered like full C is a 350 cc. I got a 320, I want to say, in one and a 355 in the other. So I came out to what this bra says is a 36C is what this bra says. So I guess that's the size. They are gonna get more like natural looking over time, but I didn't want my size to be something where all you do when you look at me is like look down. Like I wanted to be able to, if I want to make them big and out, like I can.
Like now.
Or if I want to wear like more conservative clothing and then be put away, then I can do that too.
Right.
I told my doctor I don't want to look larger than I am in a t-shirt. I was like, I don't want to be, you know, looking big. Or anything like that, bigger than my body size is.
You don't want to look like the cock destroyers.
You always love mentioning them. I did not want to look like that.
I didn't start it. It was Billy.
It was Billy.
Billy was the one that started
him.
it. Yeah. Basically, what Stas did was show a picture of Wendy Williams to her doctor. That's basically what she did. So because you wanted to look like the letter P.
I did not.
I'm just kidding.
Oh God. Do you have a boyfriend? Yes, I do. This is him. What made you want to get a boob job? Okay, I told you guys I've just always wanted them.
Yeah.
And does this affect breastfeeding in the future? This question hurts me because we're not gonna know until the time comes. Like, that's the thing that sucks. I mean, I'm not having babies for a long ass time. Pray
so there's
to God.
nothing you have to worry about right now.
Right now, but I will say I don't know with the one that they cut around. I I know plenty of women who have, but the thing is, I don't know about this side, if I'll be able to. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Right.
Is it worth it? 100% bitch, it's worth it. You should do it. I love it so much. Get a good doctor though, do your research, make sure you tell them everything under the sun about you.
Save your coins.
Save your money. A lot of y'all asking about the pain.
I mean, during the actual surgery, you don't feel a thing.
You don't feel anything, you're under.
You don't feel a thing. So if anything, the when you actually feel pain is after, like during
the first week.
Recovery, like that.
Oh, and the constipation. Oh my god. That was the worst. I was so pregnant and I'm still, you guys, recovering from everything. I have this giant gallon bottle that I'm drinking lots of water with because you just have to like flush all the bloating and everything out and just make yourself back to normal. It's horrible. What does Kat think? Kat has not seen them yet. My little sister, for those of you guys who do not know.
She's gonna see them in this video.
She's gonna see them in this video, and my parents will. She's also gonna
see them soon.
She's gonna see them soon because they're coming on vacay here. Yeah. We're all gonna be together, so that's when my parents will see them for the first time.
Live in action.
What does Sebastian think?
I'm very curious to know like what your family
has to say.
Yeah.
I don't know. My mom's gonna
They're
be
gonna
like,
be here for it. I wonder what George is gonna say.
I don't want to fucking know. I'm gonna wear a sweatshirt around him. We're gonna be at the beach and I'm gonna have a sweatshirt on. Like, my dad is so conservative like that. What does Sebastian think?
I love them. They're great. They're great. Who doesn't love boobs? And I think as long as Stas is happy, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I told her, I mean, since day one, I told her, I was like, I love her with boobs and without boobs, so it doesn't make a difference to me. But obviously I do love them. They're nice.
Yeah, he's like, anyone who says that they don't like boobs is lying.
Is lying. Like if someone says they don't like boobs, you're a liar.
Yeah.
So
well, I'm glad you like them. How do they feel? They feel a little hard, like I said.
They're a little more
hard right now.
This one's squishy up top.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this one's a little hard, but this one's squishy up top. But they're getting softer.
Okay, sorry for the little lighting change, guys. Sebastian's mom just got here, so we had to let her in the door. But anyways, let me answer a few more of your questions. You said how much research went into it. Like I said, I basically picked my doctor after going to another consultation with another doctor, and I knew girls who would use this doctor. And I think that when you are trying to decide on a doctor yourself, knowing somebody who's actually been with that doctor is super important. So his cousin had gotten them done, and I remember the day that I was sitting across from her at dinner one day, and I just kept looking at her boobs. Like, she was wearing a more like low-cut top, so I kept looking at them, and I was like, I don't know if they're real or fake. Like, I couldn't tell because they were so perfect that it was like they had to be fake, but then I was like, they look so real that I didn't know. Because it was
also like time had passed.
So I was like, and it had been years since she had gotten them. Yeah. So I finally pulled her to the side. I was like, are your boobs real or fake? Like, they look amazing. And she's like, girl, they're fake. Like, girl, they're fake. And I'm like, what? Who's your doctor? Like, give me your doctor, because I've always wanted to do it. And so once I saw hers in person, and I'm now knowing that it's going to eventually be like that, and eventually they will look like so squishy and real and natural, that's what I'm looking forward to the most. The biggest surprise was definitely not being able to go to the bathroom. Like, I wasn't expecting that. I would have taken laxatives beforehand or something, or like starved myself. I don't know. Yeah. That was crazy.
It makes sense because of like the narcotics and like all that stuff.
Yeah. How did you decide on size? That was really hard, but I looked at a ton of photos and also of girls that he had already operated on. So I pulled photos of girls that he had operated on that I liked, and I was put together a collage and showed him all the pictures, explained all of my wants and needs, and explained that even on camera I can't look heavier than I am, and because the camera adds 10 pounds. So I was explaining that to him, and he just really got my vision, and that's when I was like, he gets it. But it was hard because they had to decide while in the surgery which exact cc's they were going to do, because they had to measure them out because they were uneven.
Yeah, the doctor definitely got it. Like, you were showing him, I remember, and he was like, okay.
Yeah. Basically, all of your questions have been answered in this video. It's just mainly y'all asked about the pain and the size. here's the size, the pain's fine, I'm doing great. Thank you for being my nurse and for going through this process with me.
If anybody has any questions about me having to deal with Stas and the recovery process and a little bit more in depth, like if you're a boyfriend watching this and your girlfriend is
and you're like, what do I do?
Like, what do we, yeah, comment down below. I got you.
Yes. Alright guys, well I think that I answered the majority of your questions. Thank you guys so much for asking me questions for this video, and thanks for watching our series. And if you have not subscribed, do it right now. Go subscribe.
Turn on post notifications, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up.
Please give us a like, it helps us so much and we appreciate when you guys support us. We're gonna be back with a ton more videos. We're in Miami, so you know that there's gonna be some turning up vlogs coming to you soon.
Yep.
Thank you for being the best nurse ever. I love you.
I would do it again. Alright, so something we wanted to talk about and address, because I know a lot of you are probably wondering and probably questioning, and I know it's the timing of everything probably seems a little bit sus and sketch with everything that's going on, but you had been planning this probably since you're like little, like you've been wanting this forever, and then you had been planning this even before quarantine. It just kind of so happened that everything got halted once quarantine actually started.
That's
so
true.
Like mid-March or whatever, because I remember even in LA, like you wanted to get them done, like you were
I was thinking about it and I wanted to get them like before summer, really.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like in LA we were working so much that I really didn't have the time that I would need to like fully be okay.
Right.
And also like
you would have had to ask for time off.
I would have had to ask for time off, and that would have been really stressful. And also with you working, like how are you gonna take care of me in LA? I don't even
That's
have
true.
like my family. Like here we're with your mom, she
Yeah.
helped us a ton. And I don't know, I just feel like I wasn't set on doing it, but then I finally was like, I really want to do this.
Yeah.
And then quarantine happened.
And then we were kind of just like thinking about it, and we were like, oh wow, like it sucks that, you know, we have all this down, like it's awesome that we have all this downtime, but it sucks that like a lot of places are closed, plastic surgery offices being one of them. But then it just so happened that as things were starting to open back up,
I got there right in the like right time.
yeah, those things started to open back up too, and then you started doing your consultations and all that stuff, and then it, you know, we were coming to Miami, so the timing, like literally everything just worked out.
It did. It just worked out.
Like we were leaving Virginia, then we were coming to Miami, and then it was just something, it was the beginning of summer too, so it was just kind of like, mind you, all this, she already had her, because you webcammed with Craft.
I never talked about that. So I actually virtually
while we were still in Virginia.
Yeah, back in May, I had a virtual consultation with him, and I was just telling him everything and trying to get his vibe, because I think that I wanted to feel comfortable with my doctor. I didn't want it to be somebody like pervy or really like Hollywood-esque, because I feel like there's a lot of doctors in LA. That's another question I got, is like, why didn't you do it with like the best plastic surgeons in LA? And it's like, yes, but a lot of doctors in LA don't have the aesthetic or the mindset that I really had in mind. And I just really liked the way that this doctor operated, specifically because he put the implant underneath the muscle, whereas a lot of other doctors put the implant in front of the muscle, which is why a lot of boobs will look like this and even more.
Like it looks very pronounced.
Yeah,
like
the entire time. Whereas this is gonna change. Like
Francesca from Too Hot to Handle.
Exactly.
Which are lovely boobs, by the way, but that's just not what you...
You don't need to say that.
It's just not what you were going for.
It's not the look of that.
Right. It's not the look. You just didn't want them to be like, because you see a lot of girls in some, like their boobs are like,
or like the
very circular,
and I didn't
like you see it. Yeah.
So whatever. So then I ended up webcamming with him. It was great. I went to another doctor in Richmond, as you guys can see in the I think the first or second part of our series. And I just it wasn't just, he just wasn't for me. Like, he just wasn't for me. And so it just so worked out that the day that I landed in Miami, we went immediately to go get the COVID test.
Because you had everything scheduled. Like, you had everything scheduled.
Before I even got here.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I was like, I know my consultation is as soon as we land, we're going to the doctor. And I know my surgery date is this date. So it was just like a decision that I made weeks out.
Exactly.
Regardless of like everything happening in the world.
And like things were starting to open up. We still have the downtime, so it's like, why not? You know, why not take advantage of this downtime? Because when everything is back to normal, you're gonna be busy and like life takes a toll, and so you don't have that downtime anymore. And then also with like the protests and all that stuff going on, you were already going through the process before any of that even started.
Really happened. And that was unfortunate because I feel like there's bigger problems in the world, and there's things that we really care about and want to be advocates for. But obviously my personal life doesn't stop because that was things that were pre-planned. Right.
And it's, I know it seems like a little insensitive and things like that. And that was like a worry that we had, which is also kind of why like we're posting the videos like a little bit after the fact too, because we wanted to make sure that
our social media space was for BLM, and not posting about things that
like Stas getting her boobs done, for example. But like you said, I mean, the world like goes on, and like
we're gonna continue signing protests and calling and doing what we can. But there's things
everybody still has other things going on at the same exact time. You know, all around the world, like family problems, pets, like responsibilities, kids, like everybody has things, and this just happened to be something that you were going through. So what can you do?
And I want to say lastly to like the girls who do feel insecure about things, don't think that you need plastic surgery. Don't think that you need any of it to feel confident and feel beautiful. I've put so much work into myself the past 2 years in getting really healthy and fit, and just loving myself more, getting into a healthy relationship. I think that I did a lot of work, and I was in the right place mentally for me to make this decision, and it was appropriate for me at the time. I think that if you think that getting boobs or getting a nose or getting your ass is gonna fix you and is gonna make you just automatically happy and feel confident, it's not. It's not the solution. It was just something that I knew I wanted.
Right, because it might fix the way you look on the outside, but it's not going to change the way you think about yourself on the inside, and that's the difference.
And that is 100% true. Like, I don't think that is the answer, but I 100% do support those girls who do want to get things done, because I think anything that makes you happy, go for it. Just make sure that you do your research and you're safe about it. And I don't know, I think I'll leave it with that. I just think, do you. Like, don't care what other people think. If I lived for him or anybody else, that wouldn't be like living authentically and living my truth. So I don't care what y'all haters gotta say. I look cute now. See you guys later. Don't forget to subscribe.